Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Thanks for following along. This is going to be just a quick and unusual story. It's not scary or made to make you feel uncomfortable or anything to that effect. My family, my wife and I, we bought this house about 19 years ago, or a little over, in the year 2001. Now, we hadn't been in the house long. It had been a few months. We bought the house around sometime in May, around the end of May. There's a beautiful, forgot the name of the tree. It's just right over here. Dogwood tree that really sold my wife on the property so she could be close to her mom, who lives up the street, or used to live up the street from us before she passed. Now, her mom was still alive during that time, and we were cleaning up the house back when it used to be a lot cleaner, before we had kids. And she was in one room, I was in another. She was in the far room on the corner. I was in this room closer here towards the middle of the house that is now my son's room. And we both saw something in the backyard. One, this was not inside the house. Two, it was in the backyard and patio. She saw it first, and I guess the best way to explain this, I'm not a very good storyteller, is I was in this room here, which is a lot of wood, old wood paneling, wood flooring, really neat, homemade. It was the man's office who lived here before. He was elderly. We are only the second people to own this house that was built in 1957. This street was made officially on the historic record some years ago, but not our house. It's not that nice of a house, nor that big, nor that historic. So only the street, not the houses, were added to the historic registry, I guess. Maybe 10 years ago. I can't remember exactly. So if we do get to sell the house, which we'd like to do, it might help with the appraisal. Okay, so, well, it's been months after we moved in. I had a lot of my game stuff was in there. I had a TV, an entertainment center, the Genesis, the PlayStation, the Sega Saturn, I believe, the Dreamcast, and even was the 360 out yet? Maybe not, but I had a bunch of systems hooked up through those RCA things, all right in there. And that's where I would sit and play games. It was my den. I can consider the term a guy's den. I do not like the term, I forgot what guys call it now, but I'm old school. Okay, so that was my room. This is the actual den. I'm in a corner for here where I work. Well, I'm picking up stuff off the floor, and I don't remember what it was, but I remember being alerted to somebody standing on the opposite side of the window on the patio. I look up, I see blue jeans, a red shirt. I look to see the face. Poof, it's gone. And about that same time, my wife goes, "Alan, did you just see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she asked, "Well, what did you see?" And I asked her, "What did you see?" And she's like, "Well, I saw a boy running through our backyard." And I told her, "I didn't see him running. He was standing on the other side of the window on the patio. And when I looked up, he disappeared. But I did not see any legs or feet. It was just blurry." And so what she saw was a same looking person, like a young boy in a red shirt and blue jeans, running through the backyard, kind of towards the house. I've never seen it since. My wife says she's seen, I'll just say the apparition, once or twice since then. I really haven't. But since it's the month of October, and we all enjoy a good ghost story. Like I said, this is not scary or anything else along those lines. But my question to y'all is, what do y'all think this means? And I don't know why. I don't even know a lot of the history of the property. We bought this from an elderly couple. They were, like I said, they were here since '57. They had a daughter, and the daughter moved away. I don't know that they had a son or anything. I don't want to say too much about where I live, because it will really pinpoint me. So I really don't want to say too much, and my wife doesn't really know I do these videos either. But why would a ghost, a boy, it looked like a boy, run through, stop at the window and look directly at me as if to get my attention, and then disappear? But now my lighting is changing all over again. What kind of a sign do you think that would mean? My wife has sort of interpreted it as if it was a symbol of good gesture of the new people that on the home now, which are us. I don't think my kids have experienced anything strange. On occasion, my wife and I will hear like a voice. It sounds just like one of us calling each other on the other side of the house. We never said anything. Just little things like that. Nothing demonic. No smells. No weird feelings or anything like that. But it just kind of strange that it felt like this apparition would almost single me out, which I found after 19 years, I never thought about it much. And there's a lot of YouTubers out there. Mr. Baller is awesome. He's got thousands of followers, thousands of views. If you like that kind of stuff, missing persons, paranormal, a lot of neat things. This guy is really, he's an orator also. You're not going to hear this guy mess up, go, or stutter like I do in his videos. He's very professional. He's even showed off his workstation, which really isn't much. And he just has a lot of hits and a lot of good content based on facts and evidences and witnesses of said events in news articles. And some of his stories go way back too. So I'm kind of plugging him, but at the same time, I'm also asking the question, you know, and I'm going to put this under my EVP playlist, even though there's no EVP on here, that has anything like this happened to y'all? If y'all have moved into a new, lighting keeps changing again. If y'all, is anything like this happened to y'all, what do you think this means? Was it a welcome? Was it a warning? Was it just something we just happened to witness? Why has my wife seen it a little more often than I have? She hasn't seen it in a while, not in many years. But just, what do you think this means? And I don't know why it's bugging me, but maybe I just want, not exactly resolution, but to throw the question out there and say, what could it be? As a Christian, I really don't, I believe in ghosts. I do believe in ghosts. And I've always said that. Because I believe in the Holy Ghost. I also believe that there can be ghosts with us. But at the same time, I'm a bit conflicted that most of the ghosts that we may see or interact with, I've had a personal interpretation that they could be flashbacks of demons that were attached to real people on this world that are actually just tricking us, which has been I've wanted to play with in a possible short story or novel that I'd like to write. Whether that happens, don't know. I've started 2 different stories, still haven't finished writing them. And of course, as you know, I've been doing a lot of drawing and card making right now with, you know, all these guys right here for fun. For my entertainment, for y'all's entertainment, for whoever's benefit. If you're trying to screenshot stuff and play around with it, hey, whatever's fun. But back on point, you know, what could this ghost of a little boy, I wouldn't say little boy, more like maybe about 10 or 11 years old. I don't remember the face. I do distinctly remember, my wife does too, the clothes, the color of the clothes, very simple, like Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. I know that sounds stupid. And then he just disappears. And he distinctly, beyond his knees was nothing. And he was wearing full jeans, not shorts. And again, like I said, we've heard a few funny things in the house over the years, but nothing alarming, nothing serious, nothing scary. Sometimes I'll be in here at night after everybody's gone to bed, and I'll be playing a game or something. It will sound like a step, not someone walking on rare occasion, but someone just stepping on a board in the living room, which is strange because this is all mostly a wooden house. And when you walk through this house, everybody knows. I think I've got one of my kids that has lost a good bit of weight over the summer and doing great. And she's kind of mastered the art from my dad of being able to walk without being heard. But in this house, it's still pretty hard to do. But still, right on this patio, from the other side of the window in this room over here, this ghost like runs up and stands right in front of me for me to look up at it, and it's gone. And I've had a few paranormal things happen, but that's the most questionable, unanswerable event that I've ever really experienced. I might have another one sometime soon, but that's all I've got right now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.